Welcome to On This Day, where we look back at the moments that made history, one day at a time. From major world events to the weird and unexpected, every date has a story. So, what happened on 5th of July? Let's find out. July 5th might follow the fireworks of the 4th, but it's far from quiet. This date has sparked revolutions, scientific breakthroughs, global sporting triumphs, and a few truly unexpected firsts. Like a certain sheep that made the entire world question what it means to be one of a kind. From politics and pop culture to outer space and laboratory experiments, the 5th of July covers it all. Let's kick things off in 1687 when Sir Isaac Newton published Philosophiae Naturalis Principia Mathematica, better known as Principia. It laid out the laws of motion and universal gravitation. Basically, it's the book that helped define physics as we know it. And yes, it's the reason you learned about falling apples in school. Fast forward to 1811, and the First Venezuelan Republic declared independence from Spain. Led by revolutionary hero Francisco de Miranda and supported by a young Simón Bolívar, it was part of the wider Latin American movement to break free from colonial rule. While the fight for independence would continue for years, this was a bold and historic first step. In 1946, the modern bikini made its debut at a Paris swimming pool. Designer Louis Réard unveiled the two-piece suit on model Micheline Bernardini, and let's just say, it made waves. It was named after the Bikini Atoll, where nuclear tests had just taken place, because Réard thought the design would be equally explosive. Turns out, he was right. Now here's one for the science books. On July 5th, 1996, Dolly the sheep was born in Scotland. She became the first mammal ever cloned from an adult cell. Dolly wasn't revealed to the public until the following year, but her birth on this day changed everything we thought we knew about genetics and biotechnology. Let's rewind to 1975, when Cape Verde officially gained independence from Portugal. After centuries of colonial rule and years of peaceful resistance, the island nation in the Atlantic finally took its place on the global stage as a sovereign state. And it's been charting its own path ever since. In 1954, a teenager named Elvis Presley recorded his first single at Sun Studio in Memphis. The track, That's All Right. It wasn't an instant hit, but it would go on to launch the career of the king of rock and roll. That recording session lit the spark that would eventually set pop culture ablaze. Speaking of sparks, in 1998, Japan launched the Nozomi spacecraft toward Mars. Though it never reached its destination due to technical failures, the mission was an ambitious leap forward for Japan's space program, and a reminder that exploration, even when it falls short, always moves us ahead. Love discovering what happened on this day in history? Hit subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you never miss an upload. Back on Earth. In 1971, the 26th Amendment to the U.S. Constitution was officially certified, lowering the voting age from 21 to 18. With the Vietnam War draft still fresh in everyone's mind, the argument was simple. If you're old enough to fight for your country, you're old enough to vote in it. In 2009, the world said goodbye to the King of Pop, as Michael Jackson's public memorial was held in Los Angeles. Broadcast around the world, it drew millions of viewers, a global tribute to a performer who redefined music, dance, and celebrity. Let's head to Wimbledon. In 1980, Bjorn Borg and John McEnroe played one of the most legendary matches in tennis history. Their 4-hour, 5-set showdown is still talked about today, especially that 18-16 fourth-set tiebreak. Borg won the match, but both players walked away as icons. Back in 1937, Hormel introduced Spam to the world. It was affordable, shelf-stable, and a wartime staple that would become both beloved and, let's be honest, a bit controversial. Whether you love it or leave it on the shelf, Spam is one of the most iconic canned foods ever created. In 2004, the first presidential election was held in Indonesia since the fall of dictator Suharto. It was a landmark for democracy in the world's largest Muslim-majority country, and millions turned out to vote in what was widely seen as a free and fair election. A powerful moment for the region, yeah. On this day in 1950, Israeli troops withdrew from the Gaza Strip, ending their occupation during the early years of regional conflict. Though the withdrawal didn't mark the end of the tensions, far from it, it was one of the first moments where lines were redrawn in the decades-long Israeli-Palestinian struggle. And in 2006, Twitter was officially open to the public. At first, people didn't quite know what to make of it. Microblogging, 140 characters. But it didn't take long for it to become a force in media, politics, and culture. For better or worse, July 5th helped launch the age of instant thoughts. That's what happened on 5th of July throughout history. Made it this far? Drop your favorite historical fact in the comments. Learn something new? Hit subscribe and come back tomorrow. You never know what the past has in store.